So this is the beginning of August, and it's been very hot, very dry. Ficuses didn't seem to care too much. Well, obviously I watered them. So, except for a few older leaves, everything seems to be quite okay here. And I think it's time for a little summer pruning in order to take advantage of the growth for the rest of the season. So let's do this together. We'll start with the lowest branch. Here you can see I have a nice shoot here, a little one just opposite, so I don't need that. So I'm going to get rid of that. So I have a branch here, then a fairly big branch there, and an opposite one here. So I'm going to keep the branches alternating, so one here, one there, and then this splits from 1 into 2, which is very good. And so we are going to try to make this even a little better by reducing this. So this should probably be wired in the autumn, or maybe at the end of the month, or September, something like that. But this is a good branch. It has a nice start here, you see. Of course, this straight up, it's not good, but with a little bit of wire, this can be fixed. So this branch, here I have a branch that points directly down, so I'm not going to use that. And then it splits here from 1 into 2, and there's a little dead leaf here, and I'm going to prune out the top. There's a little branch growing straight down, so that's not a good one. A branch in the back here seems to divide quite well, always from 1 to 2, so that's good. So I'm going to reduce this. There is a dead stump here. Well, not really a dead stump, but stump with no leaves, so get that out. So 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. Another one in the back was a small branch last year. Now it splits nicely. You see, it comes from here, goes up. A little too long, I think. Splits nicely here. I have a little branch here, so that I don't need that one. And I'm going to reduce the end here, like so. Looks like I did nothing, but when I see what I already removed, it's quite impressive. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you trim a tree. Oh, the little yellow leaves here that I missed. Don't like that. Okay. So now this one's done. I'm going to reduce the branch here. Structurally this is very good, but too long. There's a branch growing straight down here. I don't want that. You have to separate the layers by getting the bottom of the branches flat, but we'll get to that. So here I have a new little shoot here and a branch, so I'm not going to keep this new little shoot. That can come off. This is very close to the trunk, this one. It's in a good position, so I'm going to keep it, maybe just reduce it a little. And then we have a bigger branch here, which I will also reduce. Same for this one here. And this one. Okay, so this is a side branch. There's not a lot of division here, so need to work on that. Same here. Not sure I need that one, but if I remove it, it's gonna be a little bit too much opening, so let's keep it from now. And then we have the top here, which should be reduced. And here the idea was to make a back branch, which is okay, and a side branch. So I'm going to keep the leaves here and cut back above. So this cleans it up quite a bit. And of course I missed a few things, like here and that. Okay, so I think that's not bad. A few little twigs here and new shoots that I don't want. Okay, let's see. Not sure that I like this branch here in the front. Gonna get rid of it. Now of course the tree is very open, but if I want a branch to cross the trunk, I'd like it more in the middle. So yeah, I think that's good. This one serves no purpose. And now I'm going to imagine that I wire this thing. So this leaf I don't want. So I don't like this one. Could be wired, but going just to remove everything that points down, because these evergreens are quite difficult to wire. Because they keep their leaves, obviously. So all the leaves pointing down I will remove now, and it's going to straight up, straight down. It's going to open up the whole structure. Don't need that little thing here. I'm slowly getting there. This is quite congested. Like so. I think I'm almost there. Let me see. Well, I think it's not too bad. Now let's have a look at the base of the tree. So it has been very dry, very hot. And of course you can water your trees, but the temperature in the pot rises. It's been almost 36 degrees here for a couple of days. And yeah, well, it's just too much. And then all your moss starts dying and everything looks dirty and messy. So I noticed that when you just scrape the surface, oh, these pink little things are nutrients for the tree. So that this moss, it's never coming back. That ship has sailed. So yeah. But I'm just going to scrape away all the surface soil. Try not to move too much my little sandstones here. And maybe show some more of the start of these nice surface roots. So this is all, well, that's not good. And I cannot complain for this tree because most of my deciduous trees, more than half of the leaves are brown. Maybe if I have some time today, I'll shoot another video of some trees to show you what a disaster it has been. But, well, luckily when it gets a little colder again next month or so, they recover, they form new buds, and in spring we're good to go. But yeah, okay. And I have shadow nets, but keeps the trees from being completely in the full sun, but doesn't change much about the temperature, of course. So I'm going to apply a layer of fresh new topsoil now, and the whole thing should look a little cleaner. Okay. A little bit of fresh topsoil makes the whole thing look just nice and clean. And the soil that I removed, I will let it dry completely. Well, it's fairly dry. And then I'll sift it, get rid of the smallest particles, and reuse it, because it is a lava rock and bims, which is pumice, and so it does not really degrade. It gets a little dusty, but that's why you sift it. And I removed 2 sandstones because, well, don't need too much of that. And I'm not going to plant any moss here because really no use now. Won't survive. And that's it. So this concludes the work on this Ginseng ficus with the big, horrible, fibrous, bulbous roots. It took some years to get it where it is now, but I think that slowly it starts to look like a little bit of a cookie cutter bonsai, but I think it's okay. So we have a nice three-dimensional tree leaning forward, and already a nice branch structure, and the branches are not all flat, they are going slightly up, as you see, but this has to be accentuated when I wire this again, and we're starting to have some formations between the branches and some open spaces, so it looks kind of clean, so I am very glad. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.